Hello, welcome to Daily Log. In this video, I will review what I did yesterday as part of my January challenge. Review some code, some work that I did already for today, and also plan the next tasks. So let's get started. Yesterday was first day of the challenge, and luckily I was able to publish two small posts. One on my general idea for data pipelines, and one of the fixes, like it's a minor fix. I want to make these images clickable. I will add this to my to-do list. But this was like with this post, I want to start discussions. Start like for myself mainly. Start talking about this data pipeline. I do it as a research project. I want to reach the point when I can process millions of URLs within, I don't know, maybe minutes. And I want to make, like, I want to build this part of the system which can scale to these numbers. So, and first way of doing it for me is to discuss, to share about them. So here you can see some of my ideas. So yesterday there was like second part. I did this part pops up. If you didn't check this video. I did this pops up as the initial implementation for this pipeline, for ETL pipeline that I explained also in this video very shortly. And part of the yesterday's task was to write this up and also share this video. So check this video if you didn't. So what's planned for today? So today I want to mainly focus on code base. As you know, I use CodeKen, my research project, as an example. There is, like, first of all, there are a few tasks that's missing. But before we dive to this task, I want to explain a little bit how I do my planning. So I use this GitHub's projects page. This is a private, this is CodeKen, but I will show all these details. Previously I was using Asana and Trello for this purpose. But when I start using like this issues tab for code related like tasks, and mainly I have only code related tasks, so I decide to stick also to the projects. This is a nice feature from GitHub. And actually I should say that I spend some additional time on this part, because this is quite an important part for me. This is a place where all this planning happens. For example, you can see that right now my main focus is this URLs meta worker. And I have small to-do items that I don't want to use IDs. I want to use UI ID. I will make a tutorial about this one. So basically, this is a place where I have my plans, where this plans happens, where I pick up the next story, where I can see what I'm working right now. Because most of the stories, they are not like short stories. They take some time to implement. And what I do, since like for CodeKen, like I always refer to this. It's not always like advertisement. Of course, I want like to get more people use this website, but for now there is no feature, so I wouldn't consider this advertisement. But main idea, like why, like this is good. Like I want to keep it public, even if it's simple, so people can see how this process looks like, right? If you do like very simple, for example, blog website, it's still worth doing it, of course. But features are quite simple, right? But for when you like, my goal is to have something a bit more advanced, and maybe come to the point when I can call it final search engine for software engineering articles. But my point is like, having this CodeKen and even very simple features publicly available, and also working on them like also in public, it motivates to continue doing it. But since I this is public, and for now it's very simple. I have a lot of features to be done, right? And to not get lost in these features, so it can be a lot. Like you can see, I have features from UX, user interface, user experience, to indexer, to URLs progress. So like I have many types of the issues, and to keep it a bit more organized, I split them in these projects. So you can see I have mainly for main primary topics, I have one project, GitHub project, and within this project I keep track of everything. Also I have this main one which keeps everything related to code, like this is all tasks except ideas. I keep ideas separately. Ideas, they are very abstract for now. I don't keep some ideas. I try to explain a bit more, but for now they are very abstract. And basically, I don't know when I will pick them up. For example, this one, Twitter account without posting Twitter. Actually, this one is done. I did this one a few weeks ago, and I will also share about this in another video. But yeah, ideas is a place where I can see what I had in my mind, so I can make it less abstract and put some more details, so they can become features. And when they are a feature, for example, right now my main focus is this URLs progress. So you can see it is quite well detailed, right? So I don't have one part, I will add it in a second, but mainly this scope for this feature is well defined. And we will discuss it in a bit. This is main goal for today. But for example, my next feature will be doing some ML-based text analyze. I already have some small implementation to get understanding, to have some idea of how I can do it. I do it for now in Go. In future, probably this part will be done in Python. But this is a place where I define my future task. I try to detailize it a bit. So this will become probably next big topic. So while I work on this, I already have this ready, so I can add some more stories. So now about this URL progress. This is, as I said, for now, some code, right? For now, CodeCan is quite simple, and that's where I want to plan my tasks for today. So for now it's very simple. I do very simple job. I have some list of RSS. I have some list of the manual parsers, and when I have this worker running, it gets all this data, applies some filters, very basic filters, and if these filters they match, I show them on this website, on this here, right? Basically, with a direct link to the external source. I have this discuss feature. It is very well actually indexed by Google, so this is a big advantage. But so I have some very little amount of daily users. But this is not the main goal. Main goal is to have let's say all software engineering companies, all software engineering bloggers and their blogs on this website, and make it possible to filter. For example, if you want to see all the articles from Facebook, all the articles from concrete, for example, blogger, you can filter by this criteria and then see only their articles. Also, when you click, for example, on this one, let's say if the topic is, let's say, I don't know how to restrict user, if the topic is user authentication, somewhere on this page, I want to show, for example, related open source projects, for example, related companies, or if this is something about Java or any technology, I want to show related current jobs, related companies advertising these jobs or working on these topics. And to be able to do all this automation, I need to index it. That's why I have this feature goal as a topic indexer. But for now, to make this possible, one thing that I need to do, I need to enable, not in a manual form when I have like this database with list of the sources, I have rules to filter only needed links. This is good, but this is not scalable. So what I want to do, I want to enable this pipeline for all the URLs. So as a next step, I can fetch almost all web links, filter only the links that I am interested in. This filter part, for now, it will be still manual. Once this filter is applied, I can filter only links about software engineering and then apply some indexing. So you might ask why I don't do indexing before filtering, and based on the result, I define what's engineering and what's not engineering. So this can be simple classification algorithm. But the point is, for now, I want to keep everything very minimal. Also, my resources very minimal. For example, resources on my Kubernetes and etc. That's why for now I want to focus only on filtered information. So I don't index everything on internet, but index only software engineering related topics. That's why my indexer works before my it's not visible here, but it works before my indexer. So not like filter, like matcher I call it, works before index happening. Actually, it works even later in the stage, because I also before I can pass it to the filter, before I can pass it to the indexer, I need to prepare some baseline. For example, I need to get all the links in a web page. I need to get all the images, all the text data. For this, I build like very small tool where you can pass URL and then get all this information from this URL. This empty, for example. Let's say I want to get everything on this link, so it will give you all the meta information, it will give you all the headers, it will give you all the texts, and mainly it will give you all the images, it's my images, and also links, all the links which is in this page. So I use a similar approach in the backend. As a result, I made this form possible, like publicly available, but I use the same approach in the backend to get this information. So this part is also not done. So what I want to do, first of all, let's put this. So work on matcher is almost done. So I already have. So I already have worker matcher, which for now it's very simple. Which base it on this matcher. It is static for now. I will make it dynamic. I have kind of rule engine for URLs with conditions, with rules, and etc. And for now, I dynamically set these rules, saying that what is article, what's not article, and etc. And whenever I have a new URL, it works, it matches, and it marks this URL. So for now, what I want to do, I want to do the next step. So once this is marked, I need to get, actually this part is also started, but it's not finished. This is also a very interesting part. Maybe I will make a tutorial on this. Once this URL is marked as a engineering URL, what I do, I get content of this page and save it locally. So further in a pipeline, I can get this content and parse it. This is this model here. I can get it, I can parse it, and extract some useful information. For example, description of this page, title of this page, keywords, author, thumbnail, etc., etc. So before this part starts working, I need to fetch this content. And what's interesting in this part, I need to also compress it. So there is a compression happening here. Let me see. Yeah. So this part there. So everything for now happens inline. Maybe I can extract this part. This is something. Let's put this here to do extract compressor to separate function. Actually, so this part, like when I have this URL, I get this content of the URL, I compress it. I also did some interesting job. I compare size of the data before compression. Usually I have something like 50 to 70% of compression. Like if you consider like amount of the URL, it's very good, but not the best probably. This can be also improved. And then when URL meta works, and just to understand, right, they can work. I did a little trick also here, but when they work, we should understand that it is not necessarily live, right? So compress part can work, and 2 days later I can get this compressed data and get this meta information. That's why, like what I'm talking about is there is like between these two parts there might be some delays. It's not immediate work. I have this pops up, so part of it is immediate. So you can see once I compress it, once it's compressed, so once compressed, I publish it in a channel, and if we are lucky enough, meaning that if we don't have much messages to process, this part will be picked up. Like once it's published, this part will be picked up by meta processor here, and it will be immediately processed. So meaning that I will have only one wasted action, which is compress. I will not spend another process decompressing it. Let me see if I did this part. I know that I passed this information, but I am not sure if I decompress it. Page data, parse page. Yeah, you see on this method, on this parse URL meta, I expect that body is already decompressed, meaning that if I read it from database, which is second case, let's say I compress data, URL, saved it, but actual processing of meta information happens later in a stage. I will read it from database, right? This means that I will read it from database. This is this part. For now, this part happens continuously. Like it's not asynchronous call. As a whole, it's asynchronous. It's in a kind of it is in a Gorotin. But for each URL, I have iteration, and it will work step by step, like from one URL, then another URL, then another URL, and etc., etc. So in future, I also plan to make this part also work in a bit distributed way, so not in a single or not a sequential steps. But once I read it from database, this means that I have only compressed data, meaning that I need to decompress it. So what I'm talking about in my models, if you can check, not this model. By the way, this was my ML models. I will explain it in maybe another video. But what's happening here? Let me show this URLs model. I use GORM, so you will see GORM model. So I'm talking about this one. So you see that I have URL and its content, and this content is compressed. meaning that when I read it from database, I need to decompress it. So this is happening here. Here I have a function, probably copy pasted from Stack Overflow, but I have a function, meaning that this will decompress. And then once it's decompressed, if I don't have any errors, I pass it to the same function, parse URL meta, and this function will get this information. And what's missing here? I need to mark this this URL that we have page data for this URL. I'm talking about the scope. So meaning that, so first what's happening? I get URL, I match this URL, then I get this data, and then I need to mark it that I have meta information for this URL, as well as refs, because if I'm not wrong, yeah, I am wrong. I don't do links. I don't get links from this URL. So maybe another to do. I will convert these to dos to the tasks I will work on today. So another to do is save links and images from the web page. This is one, and another to do is mark URL as complete when it is fully parsed. Meta plus refs, and by refs I mean links and images. Like refs, I call every link in a page, like link to the another page, link to the image. So this is a refs. So once I have this information, I will mark it so it will not it's not processed further down in a pipeline. So this is my to-do list for today. I will stop this video here. I will keep these daily logs. They are very useful for me. I see a full picture, and also I can see plan what I will work next. So I will stop this video. I will record actual coding session, and hopefully both of them will be uploaded today. So thanks for watching. See you in another video. Bye bye.